Homes are typically a sign of prestige and status for the wealthy. Some places are renowned to be only home to the wealthy. There are perhaps too many beautiful residences in the world to count. From private islands to coastal homes, the most costly residential home in the world will be the sole subject of our attention today. Let's go for an exciting ride, since it's about to get hot in here. The Antilla is the most costly residential property in the world, just behind Buckingham Palace, which is a state-owned building. The house is large and is situated in the tranquil angle of Mumbai. No one could ever think it was private property. Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in India, is the owner. For a man with an astounding net worth of $86.7 billion, having such a mansion is nothing new. The entrancing skyscraper was built at the pitiful sum of $2 billion. According to Forbes magazine data, Mukesh Ambani is now ranked as the 10th richest person in the world. The 27-story architectural marvel, which is 570 feet or 173 meters tall, is completely incredible. Despite having only 27 stories, this structure is actually 60 stories tall due to the standard-sized ceilings. Just think about 173 meters as being the length of half a racing track if you're unsure of their length. The building was completed in 2012, and since then, it has held the title for the biggest residential building ever constructed in the Guinness Book of World Records. The features of this enormous, spectacular property, which looks out over the clear waters of the Indian Ocean on one end and the world's lightest slum on the other, are indecent. On first glance, the 400,000 square foot towering mansion looks like the headquarters of a large global firm, but it is actually home to 6 members of the Ambani family, as well as a large number of domestic servants. Antilla has a 168-car garage from the ground floor to the 6th floor, which was inspired by the fictitious island in the Atlantic. The idea of having that many parking spaces is terrifying as ever, but not to the man who is the richest in a nation with more than 1 billion citizens. Hindu ideas are a foundation of the architectural design. The family's private apartment is on the top 6 stories. Features like the elevators, 9 to be exact, are what easily compare this house to a business structure. The elevators are thoughtfully divided into those used by the laborers, the guests, and lastly the prosperous industrialist family. The sun and the lotus, the 2 main design themes, are repeated throughout the floors, with rare materials like crystals, marbles, and white pearl taking center stage. The interior design of the Altamount road-based property is appealing. Naturally, with billions added, the Hindu design is believed to be quite aesthetically pleasing. The result is nothing less than mesmeric. The handmade furniture harmoniously blends with the marble floors and pearl walls. White is easier to see. In this massive building, you can also see hues of ancient gold yellow taking up space. The ballroom, a luxury only available to the wealthy, is quite enticing. The roof is being held hostage by pricey crystal chandeliers. It would be helpful to know that before releasing her mega-hit Chandelier, Sia, the lead vocalist, found inspiration in this space. Antilla is equipped with an 80-seat cinema theater for the broadcasting of Bollywood content for Indians, who are renowned for being ardent consumers of their domestic movies. A large screen is mounted so that everyone can access it, and is carefully mounted above the movable red velvet seats. The family spa is another distinctive space owned by the Ambanis. Do not be surprised just yet. We are close. For this happy family, the opulent spa offers a revitalizing choice, then waking up feeling rejuvenated after relaxing. Being the great man in the corporate world that he is, some politeness is expected to make things go smoothly. A fully furnished ballroom is always available. The ballroom is furnished and equipped with high-end modern comfort. The Antilla boasts an ice room, often known as a snow room. Despite having a population of over 20 million and experiencing rising high temperatures of above 30 degrees Celsius, this home offers this intriguing feature, which is usually only available to the wealthy. If you're the richest man in Asia, the central air conditioning system is insufficient. Whether or not the room is occupied, snowflakes are automatically blasted into it. Consequently, you can travel to Moscow's icy slopes while still living inside your own house, weather permitting. The Ambani family are devout billionaires. In order to meet their spiritual demands, they designated a temple within the Antilla. The stunning Nita Ambani, her 3 children, and a well-known father frequently visit the shrine, which is only accessible by invitation. The exterior of Antilla has a completely new level of floating flora. The everlasting flower terraces are designed to block Mumbai's intense sunlight in an effort to maintain the home's natural freshness. A sizable number of domestic servants are tasked with maintaining Antilla's immaculate, magnificent condition. At Antilla, there are a total of 600 employees that work in various shifts throughout the day, every day of the year. They consist of departmental managers, cleaners, kitchen employees, security guards, and cleaners. Yes, a house has managers. Remember how we stated that Antilla is more like the headquarters of an organization? And now that we have several employees, our narrative seems more plausible. All 600 employees are professionals in their specialties, not merely unskilled quacks. Because they are all treated like members of the business magnate's family rather than as employees, they adore and appreciate working for him. Compared to other domestic employees in India, they receive relatively large incomes, and they are even protected by life insurance policies. There is a story that each family member is given 100 employees, which would be horrifying if true, given that Mukesh Ambani also manages the largest oil firm in the nation, owns a franchise in the Indian Premier League of cricket, and even owns a university. It is difficult to imagine how many people he employs. He appears to be a major GDP generator for the nation. The rooftop of the mythical tower Antilla is where all hell breaks free. Wait until you see the 3 helipads on top of this building if you thought the 168-car garage was embarrassing. The lavish glass-covered residence has not just 1, but 3 helicopter parking slots. When an Ambani family member requests to be airdropped, hateful feelings arise. Cemented floors continue to pose no threat. The man and his family both enjoy flying. Ambani spent $60 million to buy his wife's cherished better half a large, opulent Airbus plane, and then had it custom made to her specifications for her 44th birthday. There was a spa, a bedroom, and a kitchen in the private charter. Mr. Ambani owns a $70.3 million Class E Boeing for official purposes, which can serve as either a flying boardroom or a floating hotel. All of this is a result of how stunning it is. He also has 4 helicopters and a second smaller jet. I believe the mystery of why Antilla has 3 helipads has been answered now. He has a fly obsession problem. The stunning mega house was designed by Chicago-based architect Perkins Will. The man is a genius, wherever he is. The house is designed to withstand an earthquake with up to 8 Richter scale seismic energy. Given that the family's main residence is situated at the top of the towering building, this was a required move. Leighton Holdings, an Australian company, was in charge of the interior design. Additionally, they gave each of the 27 floors a Midas touch, leaving nothing to chance. Antilla is a finished landmark that will endure above Mumbai's clouds for years. This also takes into account the fact that few people in India are even close to Mukesh Ambani's level of wealth, much alone have amassed as much as he did to build his house. Even though he represents the upper class of Indians, some people criticized his decision to build such a lavish residence when millions of Indians are going hungry. However, that is not unusual.